Over the next 2 days, we are hopefully going to be finishing the samurai and dragon sleeve that we started a little while before Christmas. If you haven't seen the rest of the sleeve, make sure you go check it out. You don't have to watch it now. We're going to be working on a separate bit. So we've got 2 more days to get it done. 1 day for the back of the forearm, 1 day for the inside bicep. Should be good. Should be good over 2 days. We're not doing 2 in a row. We've got 1 day today, and then we have a few more weeks. He's going to be coming back to do the final session on the inside bicep. So today is the 6th of January. This is the first proper tattoo back since Christmas. Hopefully not a huge day, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get set up. I bet she's gonna laugh at me. What, slipping on the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I thought you were laughing at me because I've got 2 cameras on my head.
I can't tell if you look like you're about to go in the mines or a scientist or something.
The mines, I'll take it. You're on camera right now. Shout out to Shanice Neal, hair technician. See you in a bit. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? It's not very neat. I think we're ready, Freddy. Oh boy, that was almost both of them. If I can just line this up to your arm, make sure it's the right size. See the dragon as well while we're here. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, just relax. I think I'm just gonna maybe cut this bottom one up and move it a bit higher because it's a bit too low, but yeah, cool. All right, give us 1 sec. Alright, if you want to come over, I'll get this stencil ready, mate. Oh, nice catch, thank you. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Do you want to check it out in the mirror?
You don't really get your word for it anyway. Yeah, it's cool, mate.
Yeah, I think so. It lines up properly, and
Yeah.
I just did a tiny shimmy to that one at the bottom because it was too low down, but
Yeah.
you won't even really notice it.
That's good. Great.
Good stuff. Yeah.
So,
No, that one's getting views quite a lot.
it is good though.
That's the thing with YouTube. It kind of just, it can take about a month and suddenly it'll just start going.
Yeah. ridiculous.
Getting there now.
Yeah. That's...
I like that these are just simple and bold
me
and
too.
bright.
Yeah.
So cool. One more.
Yeah, love it.
One more.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get that done in a day. I reckon so. Whew, what a big day. That was pretty exhausting, I'm not gonna lie. 6:45, I'm gonna tidy up as fast as possible and get home because I'm starving. Tomorrow, for me, in real life, is the start of a 3-day project that you've probably already seen. The ball in the Victorian suit. Hopefully that's come out really well and you would have already seen that video. If you haven't, make sure you go check that one out. Anyway, yeah, my back is fried today. Back of the forearm, for some reason, I'm not sure why. As the day goes and like a couple hours go by and your customer starts slipping down the chair, their arm gets lower and lower to the ground. It happens for everyone. And I find myself, rather than just moving the bed, I could just so easily move the bed, I just find myself just getting lower and lower and lower until eventually my back is like gonna snap. Yeah. I'm gonna go home and hang off my pull-up bar and hopefully I get some good pops and clicks. Other than that, since we're in the middle of our vlog, I guess I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be eating. Because I know you guys like that. Let's see what it is, eh? I've no idea. Jodie's cooking it. She's cooking up something good. I hope it's good. I hope there's gravy. I want gravy involved. It looks good. We don't have gravy, guys, but it's looking good. Some roast beef, a vegetable, believe it or not. Carrots are the only vegetables I eat.
They're roasted in honey.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Nice. What is going on? Blueberry banana pancake. An egg for the little boy. The little boy. Hey, little boy. Oh. What are we doing in there? Nothing in there's for you, buddy. You know, there's always something a little bit sad about finishing a full sleeve, as exciting as it is. And of course we've been working on it for a while. And it's going to be epic to see the whole thing done. It's just knowing that you're coming to an end and you've been hanging out with a client for like 6-7 days, really getting to know each other, having a good time. And then it's time to say goodbye. Well, hopefully not forever. I'll see if I can convince him to get another tattoo. So I was actually just looking yesterday at the part 1 of this sleeve that we did, which was the Samurai Girl. That video is now my second most watched video that I've uploaded. I think it's got like 260,000 views, which is insane. It is very close, right behind the Knights Templar. That one is my most watched video. It's literally like 10,000 views behind. If you haven't seen part 1 of this sleeve, make sure you go check it out. I'm gonna put this whole sleeve into its own playlist so you can watch the whole thing come together from start to finish. Do you know what? I might have to get the wireless inkjector, because wires are just bothering me. I've already burnt through a whole RCA. I threw it in the bin. I should have kept it out to show you. So I started using my inkjector again in December I think the first one I did was, I can't remember. The Artemis sleeve, I started the Stag. Yeah, that was the first one I started using again. And I picked up a brand new RCA cable, and literally the wires were already pulling out of this end bit, like where the wire connects to, God, I don't know what it's called, the head of the cable. I don't know. Yeah, it was already starting to pull out, and then when it twisted in a funny way, it was cutting the power, and the machine was like stopping and starting. So that's what, like 5 weeks? I've burnt through an RCA cable in 5 weeks. So I've just got another brand new one. I might have another new one here somewhere, but that's ridiculous. They should last longer than that. It's like you can't win. You either use a cable, but then you keep burning through cables like every 5-6 weeks, or you use batteries, but then the batteries won't last all day, so you have to keep remembering to charge them and having to change the battery like halfway through the day. And then also, I find that they tend not to last that long. My FK irons, this one, I must admit, this one battery has lasted me about a year, and it will still go for the whole day. But this spare battery which I had, I put a piece of tape on it so I remember which one it is. This one doesn't even work anymore. So it's like these wireless tattoo machines, like it's just, they don't last that long. So you're better off plugging in, but then the wires, like you just can't win. You can't win. And also because I have 2 inkjectors, because I run them slightly differently. Like in reality, I would have to have 2 wireless inkjectors, the X1s, and I think they're like £1,000 each, which I'm not spending £2,000 on new tattoo machines. If Inkjector want to sponsor me, that would be fantastic. Let's see what we can do. Petition. Email Inkjector on my behalf, guys, and just say you need to sponsor Josh Williams Tattoo on YouTube. What are we gonna do today? I might need to set both these up. Inside bicep is always quite squidgy. We used the medium last time, but back of the forearm the skin is pulled tighter. I might need to use this, I got a feeling I will. I'm just gonna set them both up. We're gonna go different colors on the grips, so I know what is what. Look at these things as well. Check this out. So Dragonhawk sent me these machine bio guards, right? Look at these. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything. You just tell me what the hell they look like. You ready? It's even got a freaking nib on the end. Look. I'm sorry. If there's any children watching this video, make them look away. It's to cover your tattoo machine, and then I guess you just circumcise the end of it and put your needle in. That, no doubt, is just an unlubed condom. They're probably made in the same fucking factory, and they just like, the production line went left for lubrication, and then they slapped Durex on the label, and then it went that way, and then they called it tattoo machine cover. That is diabolical if I've ever seen that. I mean, to be fair though, it makes a lot of sense. Like, it clearly does the job. But yeah, I was a little bit bamboozled when I opened the package. There's fucking top drawer drives me mad. Generally, is the floor's not 100% straight. The floor's not 100% straight, so it just starts tilting out. So today would be the 7th session to finish his arm. So we did 2 on the samurai, 3 on the dragon, 1 which you've just seen, which would have been the back of the forearm on the flowers, and then 1 for the inside bicep. And then hopefully we will finish today in some good time, and then I might just brush through everything we've done, do a couple little touch-ups or push some contrast in certain areas, things like that. But yeah, 7 sessions is on average how long it takes me to finish a full sleeve. Now, it does depend, of course, on the size of your arm and also what we're doing. This is quite a detailed piece. The dragon especially, the dragon took, what? Well, that was 3 days. That was a massive, really detailed tattoo. So yeah, for women, it can be a little less sometimes. If you're quite small, maybe around 5 or 6, but to be honest, it never really takes me less than 6. And most of the time, 8 sessions might be like the most. Between 6 and 8, but 7 most of the time. If anyone's interested in how much a sleeve costs, anything like that, you can head over to my website, which I just want to point out about my website. If you're looking to get in touch, everything that you need to know, and also in how to get in touch, is in the description, joshwilliamstattoo.com. Someone had somehow got in touch with someone else called Josh Wilson. Don't know who that is, but anyway, nothing to do with me. What's happening, mate?
All right, bud.
How's it going?
Good, mate. Good to see you.
The last session, man.
I know.
You excited?
I'll be sad once he's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sad to see you go. Coffee?
Yeah, I'd love one, please. God, it's been nippy out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry if it smells like curry, that's my lunch.
Doesn't.
No, I did spray some air freshener.
I won't worry about it. I'll get a good curry, mate.
Alright. Yeah, the elbow's stuck in really well.
Yeah, I'm really pleased about that.
A lot of the time, elbows always need a touch-up, so...
So I didn't want you going anywhere near that again.
So you just made sure that it was absolutely perfectly healed. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's still fresh though, like you can see that it's a bit dry, but... Alright, let me just remind myself which bit I don't need to do. Let's have a look. We did flowers around the back, didn't we? Oh no, we marked them out.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so it's... And this one as well. Alright, one sec. I think we do this separate. These freaking foam bowls lately, honestly. It's better. Yeah, okay, we'll get rid of one flower. I relax a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Right, I'll just extend the branch there. That looks good to me. Go check that out if you're happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's the right size.
Yeah, I think any bigger, the circle will probably warp a little bit.
Yeah, and also you want it more in the background anyway, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was so weird. I'm convinced someone has snuck in overnight, a little elf, hacked into my iPad and messed with all of the sizes. Because last time he was here, not the last time as in like earlier in the video, but when I was working on the dragon, I remember I sized up those flowers up the back just to make sure it was the right size. Strange. I am absolutely gassed with that sleeve. It's come out super nicely. Massive thank you to my client, firstly, for giving me freedom with the design. He literally come to me with, well, at first he was like, I want this covered up. I'm thinking about a dragon. I was like, yep, cool, check, we can do a dragon. I like that idea. And then at first he said about doing a geisha girl at the bottom. We discussed all this one in part 1, so make sure you watch that if you haven't watched it already. And then at the last minute we changed the idea to a samurai, and I couldn't be more happy with how everything's come out. So yeah, full sleeve wrapped up on the channel. This might be the first one. No, we've done a couple. Anyway, we got a few sleeves that are going to be finishing over the next few months, so exciting stuff. If you would like to book a sick tattoo sleeve for yourself, something like that, not just like that, I only do one of a kind tattoos, as in I will never redo the same tattoo, just to be clear. New stuff. But if you like what you see and you want to book in with me, then a link in the description to my website, joshwilliamstattoo.com, is the only place you can get in touch with me. So I've had some people recently talking about they were watching one of my videos and then somewhere a link popped up, and then they ended up talking to a different tattoo studio and they weren't really sure. I'm not sure how that's happened, because the only contact methods I have are in the description and it's directly to my website. On my website is a contact form. Yeah, so if somehow like a Google ad has popped up for another studio, that's probably what's happened, right? Like when you start watching things about tattoos, you get adverts for stuff. You know, like your phone, it listens to you and you're like, oh, I could really do with a new t-shirt, and then suddenly all you see is adverts for t-shirts. Well, it's probably what's happened with the tattoo thing. So just be careful, like if you're watching one of my videos and an advert pops up on screen, it's got nothing to do with me, that's just Google giving you stuff it thinks you want to buy. So yeah, other tattoo shops might be advertising their stuff. If you want to book in with me, just make sure you're on my website. Other than that, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope you liked this video. And I'll see you in the next one. If you're a tattoo artist and you're interested in having some guidance from me, you want to watch some courses, I put together a tattoo course, blah, blah, blah. It's free to join my school community. That is pinned top comment. But yeah, other than that, see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Goodbye.